that patrol.
What was a picturesque November day here in Mahtomedi, Minnesota has turned to the Snow Bowl as the Tartan Titans and the Mahtomedi Zephyrs go head-to-head for the second time this season, and a trip to state is on the line. Alongside John Miller, I'm Alex Westad. John, we have a fantastic matchup that's very influenced by the weather here tonight.
Oh yeah, the snow is still coming down. It's lightened up here in the last couple minutes, but this should be a very exciting game. I expect, you know, more turnovers than usual, but let's get this one underway, Alex. Section championship.
Mahtomedi will start the ball on defense, and they'll kick it to the end zone to the right. And I believe it's the south end zone as Tartan has two men back deep to receive.
Well, let's see if they kick it to Trey Martin here. This kid's a weapon.
As a squib kick falls on the ground, it's gathered up by the Titans. They'll take it at the 15. They'll shovel it across as they try to keep moving across the 30. They'll call it down at the 30-yard line, as that was Bryce Mellon getting the squib quick, and Tartan starts on offense.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be scared to kick it to Trey Martin, too. This kid ran for over 1,000 yards this year. Every game I broadcast against Tartan, nobody kicks it to this kid because they know one kick return for a touchdown and, you know, points going the other way.
It'll be Solomon Whalen quarterbacking the Tartan Titans tonight, the junior in his first season as quarterback, following Marco Hernandez as quarterback for Tartan last season. 1st and 10 here as the Titans move right to left across your television screen, sends a man in motion. It's a handoff, given to 5 as they'll get back into the backfield, tackling for loss, thrown down emphatically, as that was Tim Owen who tried to rush the ball for a nice loss on Mahtomedi.
Yeah, Eric Bjork, he was in the backfield right away, and that was just a fantastic play there.
2nd and about 5 or 6 coming up here for Tartan. The matchup played itself out October 13th at Tartan, a very close matchup. 27-20, Mahtomedi was victorious, but the two teams played evenly throughout.
Yeah, just a 7-point game, as you mentioned. You know, anything can happen tonight.
Owen goes in motion, handoff to Martin up the middle, has a hole, evades one tackle before he keeps going. He's pushed, he falls across the first down line, almost to the 50-yard line, and a first down here for the Titans.
Yeah, Tartan's going to be lethal if they can get Trey Martin going. This kid's got some speed. You know, he more focuses on running outside of the tackle. And he did have some sloppy, a sloppy game against North with 2 fumbles, which resulted in his benching. But this kid's so good. If he can get going, Tartan's going to be tough here.
Martin had 150 yards and a touchdown in the first matchup between the two squads. And the running game will be a factor for both teams tonight, as both teams rely on it very heavily. Handoff again to Martin up the middle, finds another hole, hit immediately as he gets across a 5-6 yard gain. 2nd down upcoming.
Yeah, the speed that Martin's gaining right before he even gets the ball. He's getting some great speed here once he gets the ball for a great gain. And back-to-back carries have looked very impressive here tonight. We'll see if Tartan keeps, the offensive line keeps opening up those holes, because they're doing a great job so far, and that's what's going to be needed. This is going to be a ground game.
2nd and 4 upcoming here now for Tartan. Early stages, 10-19 left here in this first quarter. Sends Owen in motion as they'll give it to Owen on the right side, and the swing out to the right is met immediately by the Zephyrs as Owen goes down again. Another nice loss here for the Zephyrs, forcing 3rd down.
Yeah, you know, they're trying to do something else because nobody's really going to be able to pass the ball today, so they're going to start doing these little handoffs to the wide receiver, you know, a little jet sweep. That's not really going to work tonight, but, you know, you had 2 great runs with Martin there. I see you keep feeding him the ball and see what happens, but now you're sitting at 3rd and 9. This will be awfully tough to get in these conditions.
3rd and 9 upcoming as the Tartans approach right hash here. It'll be Whalen in the back, under center with Martin. An extra back in the backfield. Pitch to Martin going to the left side, finds a hole, but he's met immediately by the Zephyrs. Flag comes in from behind. We'll wait the penalty call.
Let's see what it is here. This came in from the way backside judge. I don't know what this kid, most likely maybe a defensive penalty. This could be a face mask, I'm not sure.
We'll wait for the call from the official there in the white hat. It's a personal foul, as we'll call it on Tartan, and they'll back up the Titans.
Maybe a little bit of a chop block or a clip, I'm not too sure.
And they'll decline that, and it'll be 4th down. So we'll see here if the Titans elect to go for it here on 4th down. It is a chop block as the official makes that signal.
It looks like they accepted the penalty, Alex, and they're going to back them up. And that's huge because if they accepting that penalty, I thought they declined it at first too, but accepting it, they get, they push them back, and then they get great field position. If they could stop them right here, they'll probably get the ball off of a punt near the 30, 35-yard line. It'd be just in good enough shape to run the ball.
So do you expect that this is a running down here for Tartan?
I guess they'll maybe do a screen or something. I don't really. Yeah, I'll say they'll run it. They'll probably give this one to Martin.
Whalen out of the pistol, takes the snap, has time, throwing it over the middle, has a man open, a nice sliding catch, goes right on that 1st down marker. We'll wait to see where they mark it, as that was number 46, Zach Meyer, the tight end, coming to make the tackle.
Looks like they've marked him a half-yard short, Alex, unfortunately, but I'm going to guess Tartan's going to go for it. This is a team that didn't really win too many games this year, and for them to make it to the section championship is big enough. Why not go for it? What do you have to lose?
A very nice throw by Whalen, too, to find the man open, made a straight shot through the middle to find a hole and way to sit there.
Yeah, fantastic diving catch there by the tight ends, running a seam route over the middle.
4th and 1 here for Tartan. Loaded backfield, Whalen takes the ball himself, pushes up the middle, looks like he has enough. We'll wait for the official spot. Tartan players indicating that he got the distance for the 1st down. It looks from our angle that he got that as well.
Yeah, it looks like a nice play call right there. What other play should you run, when it's snowing? Just give the ball to the quarterback. No need for a handoff. Just let him go right over there. The center was uncovered. That was probably just a little bit of a silent count. Snap the ball to the quarterback, let him do his thing.
I talked with head coach Dave Munsell in the interview that we had in Coach's Corner this week, and you'll see that aired at halftime here as well. But I talked with him about this Tartan team. He said not to overlook them because they have some incredible athletes.
Oh yeah, Solomon Whalen's a good quarterback. He's got an arm. Kalkorf's a good running back. Martin's a great running back. I think it's more their defense.
Whalen on play action, throws it a little bit too far as he was intending there for David Larson. Out of bounds, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, nice pressure there by Adam Olson, reading that one perfectly and applying that pressure on Whalen, forcing him to throw the bad throw.
2nd and 10 for the Titans.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Tartan Titans on the Mahtomedi 42-yard line. A great drive to open things up. So far, they've been able to keep the ball moving and keep ahead of the downs, even though they've put themselves into some tougher situations later.
Yeah, it's 2nd and 10 here. You need to get a big chunker in order to put yourself in good position to pick up that 3rd down.
Whalen with a man in the backfield, sends Owen in motion again, fakes the handoff to him, then he gives it up the middle, but the Zephyrs quickly there to send him back. And Cyrus Kalkorf got the handoff and had nowhere to go.
Yeah, Cyrus Kalkorf, he's a big boy. He's got some pounds, some little bowling ball running back, but Mahtomedi was right there in order to stuff him. Great defense. I say you put the other running back in there, Trey Martin, let him do his thing. The guy was picking up over 5 yards a carry here in the early going.
It will be Martin back into the backfield as he'll set up I formation behind the quarterback, Whalen, on 3rd and 9. Whalen gets a snap, faces a blitz before he escapes it, throws it to the sideline too high as he was intending for Owen out of bounds, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, great pressure there applied by Dean Trowbridge coming off that backside.
Owen, incomplete. Brings up 4th and 9.
It'll be 4th and 9 here from the Mahtomedi 41. It looks like they should be bringing on punt formation here as Owen will come on. And in the meantime, fans or parents, I suppose, of the Mahtomedi Zephyrs shoveling the lines here. Again, snow a factor. It looks like the snow has stopped at this point, but the remnants of it still remain on the field. Yeah,
if anything, it's just, a light couple snowflakes here. Let's see how it affected the punt, and that it did.
So a line drive punt that rolls to the end zone. It'll be down inside the 5, and what was to be great field position for the Zephyrs has turned into a terrific coffin corner punt for Solomon Whalen.
Yeah, they looked like he got it down at the 5-yard line. That thing was going to roll into the end zone, then it just stuck on the snow there. fortunate bounce for Tartan, and they'll take it because now Mahtomedi is backed inside their own 5.
So the Zephyrs starting at the 5-yard line specifically. We talk about this matchup, one that will heavily feature Mahtomedi running back Brandon Anderson, but also one that, John, as you were talking about during the pregame warm-ups, where they like to throw the ball a lot as well.
Oh, yeah, they're a team that likes to mix it up. I mean, the quarterback can throw a deep bomb. He can throw the short things. This guy's got an arm everywhere he goes. I mean, he can throw it anywhere he wants, Brody Larson. But I think we'll see a lot of Anderson here tonight. The guy gained over 1,200 yards on the ground this year. So impressive.
Well, Anderson ran the ball off the handoff to the left side, lost a couple of yards. It looked like Tartan celebrated a fumble recovery, but the official on that side said that the runner was down by contact. So they'll back him up. It should be a loss of 1. Second down.
I fully expect them to keep feeding Anderson the ball. I mean, the guy averaged 7.5 yards per carry this year on the ground. I mean, that's so impressive. In order to beat this Tartan team, I think that's what you're going to have to do tonight.
2nd and 10. Almost 11. They'll run I formation here. As Anderson in the backfield. Quarterback going deep, looking on the far sideline, but couldn't connect with the route receiver intended for Timmy Lindquist. It'll be 3rd down and deep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know where that pass was going right there. Probably Brody Larson, but, you know, he put it in a spot where nobody can get it, thank God for him, because otherwise that could have been an easy pick there for Tartan.
Well, John, you talked about in the pregame warm-up again the size of Brandon Anderson, not a very big physical running back. And in that first matchup, the runs to the outside seemed to work. But with the weather, you think that they have to run up the middle to be successful?
Oh, yeah, I think they're going to have to do it all. They're just going to have to get him the confidence on the ground, open up lanes anywhere they can get him, find that weak spot in the Tartan defensive line, which they haven't showed much over the past few games here in the sections. But if they can identify that and get a nice little lead block by the fullback, they'll find their spot.
Larson on the draw. Tartan gets there quickly to send him down. That'll be 4th and 5 at the 10 exactly, and a great defensive stand there by the Titans.
Yeah, the Titans defense, you know, they're going to show up. I mean, they're just fine. I think that was number 23 there, Tyler Tangwell, the wide receiver, also playing fullback on that one, and that's who they gave the handoff to, mixing it up a little bit, trying to catch Tartan off guard. It didn't work.
So it'll be a fairly common sense decision to punt the football here, deep in your own territory. As that'll be Sam Bell, the backup quarterback and the junior, to kick for Mahtomedi.
They're going to need a heck of a punt here, Alex, or otherwise Tartan's going to, either way, they're going to get great field position after this.
Bell kicks it as the whistles blow. I don't see any laundry on the field just yet. It looks like Tartan took a timeout, I believe.
And they did.
Timeout Tartan.
Surprising. They must have saw something. Maybe they didn't have enough men on the field or something. But whatever it was, head coach did not like it there. For Tartan, head coach Matt Dideker, just identifying something there, because otherwise that punt gave you field position almost down at the 35-yard line. So.
Well, John, as we talk about this matchup between Mahtomedi and Tartan, now conference rivals in this sport, we also talk about the history between the two squads as well. Tartan being around since 1971, but the Mahtomedi High School going back into the 1800s. Not once has Tartan defeated Mahtomedi here in Mahtomedi.
Yeah, this stadium, there's just something about it. This is, they run a great program here over at Mahtomedi. Coach Metzel, you know, him being here for 24 years, that's impressive. I mean, he started the program, as we talked about pregame, you know, they teach these kids down when they're younger, and they run the same kind of offenses. They all grow together. It's a smaller community, and I feel like that's why they're good at everything, you know, the basketball, football, volleyball, hockey.
And it'll be Sam Bell, the kick here for Tartan. Bit of a delayed handoff, though, as the snap goes there. Hits down at the 40, bounces rolling out of bounds at the Mahtomedi 47. So a necessary punt as it goes out of bounds. And that should set up the Titans again with some great field position.
Yeah, it should. I mean, they're going to be down near the 35-yard line. But we'll see how Tartan can get things going today. On the ground game, Trey Martin had some outstanding runs there. I think you just got to keep feeding him. Eventually, you're going to tire out this Mahtomedi defense. This Mahtomedi defense is nice and big. You know, they got some big boys down there, blue-collar kind of team. Let's see what they can do.
So 1st and 10 for Tartan here on their second drive of the game. First one resulted in a punt. No score, 5:30 here to go. Handoff to Martin, bounces off to the right side before being thrown down after a short gain of 2 yards. 2nd and 8 upcoming. It was Martin there who got the ball in the backfield, ran off to the right side where he had some space, but very quickly Zephyrs were able to get there and snuff him out. So the ball placed now on the Mahtomedi 45, 2nd and 8 upcoming. As Whalen gets under center in I formation, 2 men behind him. Whalen under center, gives a handoff to the fullback up the middle, as that's David Larson who got a couple of yards. So we'll give him 3 on that. 3rd and 5 upcoming here for the Tartan Titans.
Yeah, Martin, he's out of the game. I got Larson coming in. That guy can pick up a few yards. I'm surprised we're not seeing Colcorf a little more. He's a bruiser, and in that North St. Paul game, he was the reason why they won. They were ahead in that game. He just put the team on his back and had some outstanding rush yards.
So as the junior Whalen goes over to the coaches to get the play call, they'll approach here with a 3rd and 5 on their 2nd drive of the game, forcing a 3 and out for the Zephyrs early. It'll be Whalen under center in the I formation once again. Whalen drops back, faces some pressure, and he will go down, able to hold onto the ball as the Zephyrs get back there to sack him.
Yeah, I think Whalen's just got to feel the pressure on that one. That was an outstanding sack by number 6 there for Mahtomedi, just doing a heck of a job.
Down by Jake Arlinson.
It'll be Arlinson on the sack here for the Zephyrs. It'll be 4th down upcoming for Tartan, and Whalen will drop back to punt. Whalen had a nice punt, pinning the Zephyrs inside the 5 on their last attempt. He'll try it again. As it bounces, it rolls down to the 20, and that's where it can be picked up there by the Pramel for Mahtomedi, who gets up the field a little bit before he's dropped down at the 25-yard line. A flag is on the field, and I think the official there indicated a holding penalty, so we'll see which side that's on, Mahtomedi or Tartan.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a block in the back here, Alex. It's very unfortunate because, you know, Mahtomedi created some distance between themselves and the goal line. That's a huge penalty that just did need to happen, especially during section play.
Block in the back against the Zephyrs.
So that'll bring up the Zephyrs as that call went against Mahtomedi. We'll wait to see where they set the ball officially. Right now it's spotted at the 20, but I think they'll pace off 10 yards for that one and set them up 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, once again, you know, that Mahtomedi offense is backed up towards the goal line. It's not good here. You know, 1 penalty away and you're in safety territory. And this team likes to, you know, throw the ball.
3:28 to go, opening quarter, no score. Titans and Zephyrs. Again, it's a trip to the state tournament on the line. Mahtomedi reaching that tournament last season, defeating a conglomerate of schools from the Minneapolis area in decisive fashion.
Yeah, they beat SMB, who has the #1 recruit for basketball and football, Jalen Suggs.
It'll be Mahtomedi with Larson under center. The handoff goes up the middle and a huge hole as he pounds through a couple of Titans to the 25-yard line, as that was Brandon Anderson who got the handoff. 1st down, Mahtomedi.
All right, that's a fantastic run there by Brandon Anderson.
That runs good for
You'll see him here. He'll just hit the hole. Great lead block to push away the defenders crashing in on the strong side. Eventually just gets the run up there for a nice little 10-yard gainer, and that's a 1st down, Mahtomedi. Let's see if they can keep this going.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. As that'll be Larson under center with Anderson in the backfield. One other helper. Almost got the Titans offside. The pitch to Anderson to the out. He has a hole again before Titans are able to push him there out of bounds after a gain of 8 on 1st down.
Yeah, they're really starting to go off tackle here on this running game, and that's what I talked about Brandon Anderson. If he's going to get all these rushing yards, he's got the speed to hit this corner. You'll see it right here. He hits the corner, and he's just got a huge hole to run through for a nice little 1st down there, as they'll give him that 10-yard rush. Just barely must have made it.
So the ball spotted at the Mahtomedi 34-yard line. Starting to run the ball well effectively are the Zephyrs. As they'll approach the line here. 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. As that'll be Larson under center. Larson pitches to Anderson once again. Whistles blow, and I believe we'll have an illegal motion here, or a false start on the Mahtomedi Zephyrs.
Yeah, false start. Penalties already killing the drive now. You got 2 great back-to-back runs, and now you have a false start penalty, which is going to negate you 5 yards in a game that comes down to running. Being negative, being in the negative yardage here, you're working your way up, is not in your favor. I mean, even though Mahtomedi can throw the ball very well, it's going to be tough here in these conditions. It's cold, it's snowing, just not favorable.
Mahtomedi entered this game after defeating the Minneapolis Washburn Millers last weekend, doubling up the Millers as they did last season in the section playoffs as well. A decisive win to earn home field advantage here in this game as they give to Anderson to the outside, bounces the edge. He has a rush in space, flag comes flying in. He has a first down for now, but will await the penalty call.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get a holding call on number 32 here. Adam Olson, the backup running back, trying to create that hole. Looks like he just held the defender down and looked more like he pulled him to the ground. You'll see here, let's check out Olson, create this little gap.
Looks like he almost had a block in the back on that side.
Pretty close, but I didn't. The ref has a better angle than we do.
Although we currently are a lot more warm than the referees on the field are for sure.
Oh yes, but they're running around too, so maybe maybe they're pretty warm.
Well, it looks like they'll back up Mahtomedi. It'll be 1st and 25 almost. 23 is what the official marker is, as they'll be back way up in their own zone.
Yeah, that's 1st and 23 now. A bunch of great runs that Anderson's been able to string together, and you don't show any positive yardage for it.
Larson with Anderson and another man in the backfield. Larson hands it off to Anderson up the middle, right into that Tartan offensive line, who stops him immediately for no gain.
If you're both these teams, I don't know why you don't stack the box here in this kind of weather. Make them beat you through the air. Who cares, if they bust off a good run, you did all you could. Yeah, you stack the box, and that's what'll happen. Tartan was right in the backfield, right away, right there. That was number 50, Devin Waschenberger, just with the great penetration right there.
That'll be 2nd and 23 upcoming here from Mahtomedi as the ball on their own 21-yard line.
Yeah, I think we'll see Brody Larson throw something here.
Larson has 2 to the near side, to his right. 2 in the backfield with him as well. Larson pitch again to Anderson. Anderson ran into his own man, falls down behind the line for a loss of 3.
Yeah, it looked like that pitch took a little longer to develop than Larson would have liked when he pitched it out to Anderson. The defender was already there to tackle Anderson by the time he got this pitch. So look at this, he takes a couple step drop. No, actually got that out quickly. The defenders just already had the penetration. Like I said, you stack the box, get the penetration there in the backfield. Don't go too far up there, only a couple yards. Make sure he doesn't get outside, and you'll just be just fine if you can contain him in between the tackles.
3rd and 24 upcoming for Mahtomedi here on their second position. They punted as well the first time. As he drops back, lay fumble, ball's down, but Anderson able to fall on it as he was able to recover his own fumble. That's 4th down for Mahtomedi, and we talked about turnovers as a major turning point in this game.
Yeah, unfortunately there hasn't been many turnovers for either of these teams, but as you can tell, the ball is like a brick right now. It's cold, it's damp, and that's just a little botched handoff there. I'm not sure what the difference was. It looked like he didn't put it high enough on Anderson's waist. Either way, it was a botched handoff.
A very nice draw play run, though, by the quarterback.
Yeah, he
Tons
definitely
of
had room.
So it'll be 4th down upcoming here as Sam Bell will punt again for Mahtomedi. He's in the left-footed squib punt, line drive. Not great position here. A Titan falls on it down at the 30-yard line for Mahtomedi. Yeah. And again, great field positioning here for Tartan.
Yeah, you said it right, Alex. But great heads-up play there by number 30, Bryce Mellon. I don't know if this went off a Tartan player already. No, I don't think it did. But either way, nobody really knows. That could have been a live ball. Great heads-up play from even letting it bounce farther. Now your team's got 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line, 33.
Perhaps already in field goal position. We saw the field goal kicker for Tartan kicking some very accurate drives from this far out in the warm-up. So we'll see if he has to be called on here or if the Titans can continue to add to their success that they've had so far.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt to try to see Solomon Whalen get some passes over to Ben Bruin here. They love that connection.
Whalen brings him in close, fakes the pitch. Whalen with time, throwing it over the middle, tipped as it was intended for Tim Owen over the middle, 2nd down.
Yeah, great tip pass there by Ben Putney, just to put his hands up there and block that pass. Otherwise, that might have been caught.
Incomplete.
I like the play call. They had a longer shotgun kind of snap. Putney just reads that. He reads the quarterback's eyes. He runs right in the throwing lane and tips it down.
2nd and 10 upcoming here for Tartan, as they'll approach the line almost.
Now, surprised he didn't look for Bruin down there. He had the seam one-on-one. I mean, it's going to be tough for a safety to intercept that. I would like to see them take a shot.
Whalen with Martin in the backfield, 1 out each side. He sends Owen in motion again. Owen fakes the handoff. Martin up the middle, finds a hole, pushes a couple of yards up the field. They'll spot the ball at the 26-yard line, a 7-yard gain there on 2nd down, 3rd and 3.
Yeah, you got to wonder why they haven't been running that play so much. They were really killing it on their first drive when they were handed off up the middle to Trey Martin, even though that's not really his game. They get him a little hole, he hits the crease, and he gains up about 7 yards. And that was the first drive until they had a couple setbacks that caused them to punt. You know, you keep doing that, they're going to do good things here in the second quarter.
Now that'll be the end of the first quarter here in this one, as the Titans and the Zephyrs tied at 0 on the score, indicative of what we talked about as we take a look at the Suburban Gray standings here, both teams on opposite ends.
Yeah, Mahtomedi finished in 2nd place. Their only loss was to South St. Paul, which is very unfortunate, even though they ended up with a better record. South St. Paul, you know, they lost to good teams as well. And then you'll see Tartan sitting there, either whatever way you want to put it. They could either be at the bottom or in the middle. But with 3 and 5 record, they put themselves in the middle, even though they have the same record as the other two. But this Tartan team hasn't looked like they looked during the regular season. They've gotten things going. They beat, you know, even though North St. Paul was winless, Tartan looked sloppy in the first half, then they really turned it on and looked like a totally different ball team.
Well,
they looked really good.
We'll see what happens here as we keep going. John, anything else that you've noticed here from the first quarter?
The first quarter, what I would have to say is both these teams need to establish the running game a little more. I think maybe Mahtomedi needs to throw it just a little bit, get Brody Larson passing more just a little bit to see what happens.
First down run here for Martin up the middle. He got the first down as the first play of the second quarter is productive here for the Titans. As it goes up the middle, they'll move the chains.
Yeah, let's see what Tartan can do here. They got a first down, almost. They're at the 16-yard line, it looks like. Let's see what they can do.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the Mahtomedi 18. Titans knocking on the door here, looking to break the 0-0 tie in this matchup.
Yeah, I expect them to continue to give it to Martin.
They will give it to Martin up the middle, almost lost it. Looks like he got a yard or 2 on that run, 2nd down.
Yeah, you know, he has trouble holding on to the ball sometimes, even in you know, just cold weather and no snow. He fumbled twice against that poor North St. Paul team, and then he was benched for Kalkorf. Luckily, he held on to it because he's been their star runner tonight, averaging over, you know, almost 5 yards a carry here in the early going.
2nd and 8 upcoming here for Tartan, as it'll be Whalen under center with a couple of guys in the backfield there with him. Whalen pitches it to Martin, looking to bounce it to the outside. He's pulled down, though. I think he may have gained a yard, if that. 3rd down upcoming. Yeah, great job by that Mahtomedi defense to swarm over there. Once they recognized that play, everybody did their jobs. They contained. The linebackers rushed out. Nothing going there for Martin. So he lost 3 on that play.
You'll see the fullback, you know, he tried to block 2 guys, and he did his job. He hit them both and caused them to slow up just a little bit, but he couldn't stop the other linebackers who were unblocked, and, you know, they read that play perfectly.
So 3rd and 11 upcoming here for Tartan, as they look to increase their drive or continue to keep it going as Whalen gets a snap, flags fly. False start called on Titans, and that'll black them up.
Yeah, you can tell they were looking to pass on that one. It looks like he was really looking for Bruin. So I'd like to see that play develop just a little bit more, maybe even see what kind of pattern he was going to run.
So that'll be a 5-yard penalty on the Titans. That'll back them up, and that'll put them at the Mahtomedi 21-yard line.
In these field conditions, you got to wonder, is this going to be field goal territory, or will they go, if they get a good 5-yard gain here, or maybe even 8 or 9, will they go for it on 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5? Because kicking the ball over here, this is in the deep snow where the guy didn't really plow. It'll be tough.
They did have a plow, or at least a giant rotating brush moving up and down the field repeatedly during this game. And there he is right there. We want to thank him for his efforts tonight.
Homer Simpson, Mr. Plow right there.
As Whalen bobbles the snap, tried to shovel it up the middle to Owen, who fumbles it back as he winds out to the left, and then he's brought down by the Zephyrs. A trick play by the Titans, snuffed out by Mahtomedi, leads to 4th down.
Yeah, that had to have been a design play, because once he does the pitch right here, You'll see Bruin automatically, or that was number 5. Owen already looking back to throw it back to Whalen, and I think Whalen did know that he could throw it because he had a guy wide open on that far side. He just chose not to throw it. Maybe that's because he was already running with the ball on his weak hand. It would have been tough.
So 4th and very long. They'll call it officially 22, and the Tartan offense is set to go for it here. They'll be Whalen out of the pistol set here with a man behind him. They'll wave their hands. Timeout is called, and it'll be the Titans' second timeout of this game.
Yeah, no, you don't really need timeouts in the first half, so that's not big of a deal. But still a 0-0 game here, 3 minutes into the second quarter.
We mentioned that Mahtomedi beat Minneapolis Washburn 42-21, but on the other side, Tartan with the upset over St. Paul Highland Park last Saturday.
Yeah, as you can see, I don't think, to tell you the truth, I think these are the best 2 teams in the Section 4-5A. I mean, Minneapolis Washburn, not that good of a team. They didn't have that great of a regular season record. I think St. Paul Highland Park was a little overrated. Even though Tartan did have trouble with North St. Paul, I feel like they really got things going on the ground. And then the second game against St. Paul Highland Park, they got the passing game going. Timmy Owen had 108 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. So if they can do that little combination tonight, get the receivers going just a little bit, give their running backs just a little more space, I think that's going to do wonders for Tartan.
A 6-team section, but a very difficult section, nonetheless anchored by 3 of our 4 Fab 4 teams.
That's what we like to see. North St. Paul, even though they were winless, they put up a heck of a fight against Tartan.
Looks like the Titans will punt as that's Whalen in the backfield.
That's a good call. I think this is a good punt call.
Whalen gets a snap, line drive punt, bouncing. Fielded there, Titans quickly to it. They'll touch it down at the 5, and again, Mahtomedi will be trapped in deep.
Love the call, love the call. I think the coach, he tells the punter, just punt it. You don't have to boom it. Just get this thing rolling a little bit. The snow is going to kill it, and it just does. Just like the first punt of the game, he downs it right at the same spot where the snow hit the mound, or hit the elevated snow, or the most elevated part on the field, and it just killed it to put it down at the 5.
That ball will be spotted at the 5. Again, the second drive here for Mahtomedi, starting inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, the third one inside their own 20. So this is going to be tough. I mean, if they can get their running backs going, it could do wonders. But I don't know. This is going to be a defensive battle here.
There's a handoff up the middle to Anderson, who stuttered step, but the Titans quickly there to stop him after a gain of 3 yards.
Yeah, you see how many guys are in the box there, Alex? I think almost every single person on that team. One of these teams is going to have to get something going through the air if they're going to win. And I think eventually it's going to come down to which quarterback is going to be able to throw in these conditions. Yeah, you'll see the wide receiver was lined up close. The cornerbacks were in. Everybody was in. The safeties played up close. So there was nowhere to go.
Now Larson lines up again. He's got 2 in the backfield, I formation behind him. 1 left, 1 right.
This is where you can run on.
Larson drops back to pass, looks near side, complete there, and a great ankle tackle wraps up Tyler Tangwell, the sophomore. And that gives Titans a first down, or Mahtomedi.
Yeah, nice pass here by Larson, just doing a quick little out route to Tangwell, and Tangwell gets tripped up there. That was a fantastic tackle by number 20 for Tartan, Emmanuel Banjo, just getting the ankles, tackling him down.
Well, first down here for Mahtomedi, their first down of this game. As it'll be Larson again in the backfield, almost got the Titans great cadence, and I think he did.
I'm surprised. Yeah, that definitely was offside, so I'm surprised they didn't let them run the play. I don't know if that's more of a high school thing or not.
So that gives them 1st and 5 for Tartan, or for Mahtomedi rather. As again, the shovelmen run down those sidelines.
Yeah, looks like they got the kids working hard down here. Some of the moms, I'm not too sure.
As we'll await 1st and 5 here from Mahtomedi. Larson under center. Gives a hand up to Anderson. Ball's on the ground. We'll wait to see who recovered it.
Tartan's got it,
Tartan's
I think.
Pointing at it. We'll wait for the official call.
Nope, Mahtomedi got it back.
And Mahtomedi gets it back, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, the second fumble here tonight that Mahtomedi has been able to recover of their own. Very luckily, because the defensive lineman there was there. It looks like the running back was able to just grab it himself. There's that one. Another botched handoff between Larson and Anderson. Eventually, that's going to come back to bite, and you're within your own 20-yard line.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of both plays on both sides tonight where Just a little bit of a miscommunication there could have resulted in disaster as Anderson gets the handoff again up the middle, has the first down, and he's thrown down at the 26.
Yeah, nice run there by Anderson, picking up what he can for a gain of 5. I'm telling you, this is going to be a battle of the trenches in the defensive game. You know, good old winter football here in Minnesota.
6:49 to go here, still no scores, second quarter. Alongside John Miller, Alex Westat bringing you the Section 4-5A championship game here from George Smith Field in Mahtomedi, Minnesota.
Yeah, you know, second quarter, we're 6 minutes in, it's scoreless. I mean, this game could have gone either way. You know, sloppy conditions, more rooms to run, or sloppy conditions, not a great foothold for the offense, and that's what it's looking like right now.
Larson, I formation behind him with Anderson way in the back, one aside, left and right. Larson gets a snap, throwing right side, complete there, but tackled immediately. Wow. The throw got to Lindquist, but brought down with power.
It's Derek Olson, the defensive back wide receiver, junior, just laying the pipe down. Just a blistering hit right here. You'll see he lowers the shoulder, gets his head on the outside, just how you draw it up.
Lindquist took a little extra time to get up, and after a hit like that, it makes sense.
I love the technique on that tackle. That was fantastic. He didn't go to kill him. He just puts his shoulder down, puts his head on the outside. That's how some pros need to learn how to tackle.
2nd and 4 upcoming here for Mahtomedi as Lindquist comes off. As Mahtomedi gets to play in, 6:15 and counting here.
Yeah, Lindquist, a multi-sport player. And he plays lacrosse as well.
Larson under center, Anderson in the backfield, one out to the left. Gives it to Anderson up the middle, a huge hole. Owen shoves him back, but Anderson was able to get up across the 45, 40-yard line.
Yeah, I'd like to know what Tartan player right there just gave him a shoulder instead of wrapping up. You'll see right here on this play, you know, he hits the hole, it's wide open. Great job by the offensive line, but number 5, Timmy Owen, you know, playing linebacker as well, needed to really get down there and get the tackle instead of letting him pick up just a few more by just bumping him with his shoulder.
1st and 10 for Mahtomedi at their own 41-yard line, starting to move the ball with the accuracy that we expected them to move coming in.
Yeah, you know, just one passing play so far. Let's see if they can keep it going on the ground with Anderson.
They do hand it off to Anderson, but the Titans are able to stop him there after a gain of 2 yards to the right side. 2nd down upcoming. Yeah,
both these things, you can tell these teams, you know, they're not the biggest teams. You know, that's why they're 5A football. They're not the 6A, but these guys, they play tough down there, but they don't have anybody that's, you know, 350 pounds like you see on Crete and Durham Hall. But these guys definitely battle in the trenches.
2nd and 8 upcoming here.
Tartan needs to get this defense going right now on this drive because it's looking like they're not having an answer to this Mahtomedi offense.
Larson under center, one out to the left, one out to the right. So we'll wait the snap. He changes the play based on the defense. Larson gets a snap, throws it to the right side, incomplete, as he was looking for Andrew Pramel on that far side, but just couldn't get spinned around quick enough to make that play.
Yeah, it looked like just a little bit of miscommunication there. I think Pramel thought he was going to hit him on the sideline. He just threw it a little bit inside or outside of the sideline. Just a little bit, I think that was just a missed pass by Larson.
So 3rd and 8 upcoming for Mahtomedi. As a wait to see if they go back to Anderson or throw over the air again.
I think they got to go through the air on this one. 3rd and 8. See what Larson can do here, although they're going in with the I formation.
Larson with Lindquist spread to his left. Larson gets a snap, drops back, throws time, he throws, incomplete, as it was over the hands of Tyler Tangwell. And a 4th down upcoming from Mahtomedi.
I tell you what, if Tartan's defensive lineman Devin Waschenberger, number 50, does not apply this pressure, they have all the time in the world to complete this throw, and he had some space there for Tyler Tangwell to catch that, but you know that pressure just caused him to throw that one a little bit sooner than he wanted to.
So a nice little drive stalls for Mahtomedi, and they'll be forced to punt, as it'll be Sam Bell punting again for the 3rd time. This time should be a little better field position defensively for the Zephyrs.
Yeah, let's see how good of a punt this will be. Either way, Tartan might start inside their own or past the 30.
Great punt for Bell right on the sideline, bounces out of bounds just about the 25-yard line, and that's where the Tartan Titans will take over 1st and 10.
That's pretty much as good of a punt as you can ask for in this kind of weather. Great job by Bell. Let's see what this Tartan team can do. But most of these teams, you know, they're getting a couple good runs, and then, you know, they're not completing the passes, so you're going to have to gain at least 3 yards to carry on every run, and both these teams' defenses are not allowing it.
So 1st and 10 for Tartan here. They've been across to the Mahtomedi side, but just haven't been able to put that away, and some of those early chances may come back to hurt them later.
Yeah, they had some great field position on the first couple of drives, and they were unable to produce any points.
Whalen under center, throws it onto the near side for Owen. Owen with some space across the 30 before he slips down at the 33. And a nice little play on 1st down to get some yardage.
Yeah, I like that. And that was a long throw over to the near side of the sideline. You'll see it right here. This pass feels like it takes forever to get over there, and that it does. I think he had a good 2 seconds of airtime just on a 0-yard pass, but he gains about 5 after the catch.
2nd and 5 upcoming here for Tartan. It looks like they'll run that I formation, 2 out to the left once again. Here's Whalen up the middle to Martin. Martin bounces 1 tackler, gets a little bit further up ahead, and a gain of 4 there on 2nd down sets up 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, I think they'll probably run it. They're bringing in Kalkorf here. That's a dead giveaway that they're likely going to run the ball here on 3rd and just about 1.5.
3rd and 1 now for Tartan. They've been successful on 3rd down so far.
Yeah, they've had a couple, like we said, they had some couple opportunities. They've been on the Mahtomedi side of the football field. They just have not been able to get any points on the scoreboard.
Whalen under center. Handoff to the lineman. It keeps pushing. Mahtomedi says he's stopped. And based on the official, the linesman coming in, I think that's what will happen.
I think it's going to be short. I think they're going to be a good yard short. I don't think he had any yardage there. That's number 27, David Larson. I don't think he was able to get any yards on that. Great penetration up front.
And it looks like they'll end up moving the chains based on the position. Clock will run. As we watch for that spot there, he got a good push initially, and on that 2nd attempt where the lineman pushed him forward.
Because the ref was coming in this way on the no gain marker, and it looks like that's where he was going to call it until he saw where Larson ended up.
So for another 1st down for the Titans here, as they continue to move the ball. Whalen under center. Whalen gives it to Kalkorf up the middle, has a hole, evades a couple of would-be tacklers, a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Yeah, Kalkorf, he's not gonna, blow you away with his speed. This kid is just a pounder, and he'll pick up 5 or 6 yards at a time, just even with a few yards after contact. As you can see, he was carrying number 57 there from Mahtomedi, Eric Patton, for at least 3 of those yards. Now you got 2nd and 5. If he can set you up with 2nd and 5 the rest of the game, you're gonna have plenty of good opportunities to pick up 1st downs.
1st and 10, Whalen. 2nd and 5, rather. Whalen gets a handoff to Martin. Martin with a hole up the middle. Shakes 1 tackler over to the 45-yard line. And a great run on 2nd down for 15. Yeah, great 1-2 punch there, going with the strength and going with the speed. But that hole has been there the whole game for Martin. I like it. I like it. Great job by the offensive line to create that hole up front. Martin's had plenty of room to work with, and he doesn't need that hole to be open for too long. He's so fast, he's already got a dead sprint by the time he gets the ball. 1st and 10 upcoming from the Mahtomedi 45. They'll have Larson, and they'll give it to Martin again. Martin with some space off to the outside. He's trying to break the edge, but he's tackled by a Zephyr. A great gain on 1st down. This is a totally different Trey Martin that we saw from the North St. Paul game. He only had 1 run that really produced anything, and he's had more than a few of them here tonight. And the way they're moving the ball, they look like they're getting ready to score and put some points here. They got to hurry up, though. It's 1:44, and all they're doing is running the ball here. Great job to bounce that outside. His vision tonight has been outstanding. 2nd and 2 upcoming. Zephyrs will receive the ball to start that 2nd half. Delayed fake handoff as Whalen rolls to the left, has a man open. It's almost intercepted as it hit the hands of Lindquist and dropped to the ground. A very dangerous play. You know what was awful about this is that he was looking for Lindquist the whole time. He didn't see that he had a man wide open right over the middle. He was looking for Lindquist. He had Owen in the middle of the field with no defender within 10 yards of him. That would have been a huge gainer, and that's just probably how they drew it up. And he just didn't throw. He didn't get the right read on that. Pass intended for Brune, but Lindquist there on the defense for the Zephyrs. So it'll be 3rd and 2 with 1:26 left on this clock in the opening half. I love that play call. 2nd down and short. You could maybe pick up the 1st down. You got 1 timeout left. Whalen, delayed handoff for Martin up the middle. Martin
Fumbled
lost the football. Down on the ground, waiting for the official call. This could go either way.
I think Tartan's got the ball back here. And that's probably going to set them up with the first down as well.
Clock continues to run. Now they'll stop the clock.
Yeah, the Tartan coach is not too happy right next to us about the clock not stopping, and I can't blame him. Because if you're looking on the pile there, excuse me, sorry. You're looking on the pile, you gotta stop the clock.
They'll bring in the chains for a measurement here. And I think it might be close to that first down marker, but we'll wait and see.
Either way, if you don't get it, you call the quarterback sneak here, and you just pick up the yards.
1:06 left. Titans have a timeout. Zephyrs have all 3.
I just can't believe that Whalen, he missed Owen over the middle of the field. They would have been sitting at about the 15.
It looks like the Zephyrs will be short by about half a foot, if that even. So we expect the Titans to go for it here on 4th down.
Oh, definitely, Alex. I think they will. They didn't even think about punting.
First down. Brings up 4th.
Waiting for the chains to return to the sideline. 4th and inches, we'll say, as the Titans walk to the line.
Expect Whalen to just QB sneak this. You know what I'd like to see? A little fake bomb. that would be a heck of a play call. But let's see if Mahtomedi can step up, rise to the occasion, get some penetration to not even allow Whalen to get some yards. But that offensive line's geared up like he's going to take this.
Whalen sneaks it up the middle. It looks like he has enough for first down. Officials blow it dead on time. And the Titans will move those chains once again.
Oh, yeah, he picked it up by a good yard and a half there. Great job by Whalen. They got to pick it up. But, time stops on the first down, so.
Clock continuing to run as we look at the sneak here again by Whalen. Just some great push.
So you got to imagine here, Tartan calls the timeout. Clock will stop. I guarantee you that Coach Dideker is drawing up a couple plays for them. Hurry up. You're going to run this play. You're going to run this play. Then you're going to run this play. Hurry it up and get to the line every time. Or I guarantee if they get a first down towards the 15, 20-yard line, they could go for some spikes as well.
53 seconds left on the clock. Titans and Zephyrs scoreless. Couple of defensive possessions both ways. Field position battles really been the story of this game tonight so far. And so far, no team's really been the dominant one.
No, like I was talking about, both teams in their drives, they'll have some good runs, and then they eventually will get stopped on first down, or maybe there'll be a 5-yard penalty. They'll set them back, and then they're negative. And then they're sitting at second 10 in a game where you have to pass the ball, but nobody's passing. So it's going to be that much harder to pick up a first down when you already start off negative, and that's what stalls these drives.
As we see head coach Dave Mutzel on the sideline there. Again, we'll have that interview for you at halftime. The interview that ran on not Coach's Corner, that's what the segment is called, but the interview that ran on Sports Path on Wednesday as part of the bi-weekly show that Sam and my good friend John here host, as we'll set up first down for the Titans. Up the middle to go to Martin.
He had a hole that he missed.
Had a hole, as you said, John, and he gets 2-3 yards out of that. Second down, as they'll have to move quickly.
Yeah, instead of cutting it back on the inside, he should have he had that hole on the outside the whole time. There was a 5-yard gap.
Titans quickly back to the line. Whalen out of the pistol set. Whalen dropping to pass, throwing it over the middle. Look at a catch, but he could not hold on. Incomplete. And third down as that pass was intended for Zach Meyer.
That looked like a high hit, I'm not going to lie. I'd like to see the replay of this. Nonetheless, it jars the ball free. It was awfully close there by number 41, Ben Putney. That was as close ahead as you can be without getting there.
So it'll be third.
Good no call, though. Sorry, Alex.
I agree. 3rd and 7. Let the players play it out, and as long as it's not egregious, keep play moving. As our dear friend Taylor Swift would say. As Whalen throwing on the screen, looking for Owen over his head. Now let's bring up 4th and 7. This ball was incomplete with 22 seconds left to go.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to punt here. Or maybe they'll go for it.
Well, the haters hate about that decision here. But it looks like they'll bring Whalen back onto the field to bring out some sort of a play call. Of course, Whalen is the punter, so it's possible they could punt it anyway.
They could do a little pooch here, and I think that's what they're going to do. Well, you know what? It's not like Mahtomedi is going to score a touchdown if they get the ball back. Why not go for it? Bomb it.
Whalen gets the snap. The pressure comes. Whistles blow, and I think we have a Mahtomedi timeout, and we do. So with 20 seconds left to go, Zephyrs take a timeout on 4th down.
Yeah, you know they had to kill number 65, Adam DeVore. You know, big boy, 236 pounds, 6'3". He was in the backfield ready to kill Whalen, and he just, you know, gives him a little shoulder, lightens up a little bit, or else that could have been bad.
So we'll talk about the play here again on 4th down. Must not have liked what they saw defensively, as the Titans had 3 out in kind of a Hail Mary set.
Yeah, they were probably just going to run seam routes or, you know, all go routes. Let's see, you know, what Tartan can do here on 4th down. What do you have to lose? Let your quarterback air it out. 20 seconds left. Mahtomedi gets the ball back. They're likely going to do one running play and go into halftime with the score 0-0.
As you can see there, the snow changing from a pure white color to more of a gray, potentially, as we hypothesized in the open because of the pellets in the turf here at Mahtomedi.
Oh, that's definitely the reason why they're, Alex, you know, you got that black rubber that lines these fields, you know, from tires, all different sorts of kinds of things. But yeah, that's definitely the reason why. Not dirt, but rubber. And that hurts too when it gets in your eyes and stuff.
Titans with 4 wide now, 1 in the backfield for protection. They'll flush him out of the pocket, waiting to throw. Whalen, as he throws, it goes incomplete. And the ball's turned over on downs, and that'll give the Titans a shot defensively, as they'll have to fend off the Zephyrs.
Yeah, great job by Whalen to just find the escape, but that pressure was put on. Looks like a little bit of a tackle there by the Tartan tackle. But great pressure there. Whalen had nowhere to go. Well, I expect Mahtomedi just run this one into halftime, unless they're going to do like a little trick play, some Statue of Liberty or something else. You know, you're not going to get in the end zone here.
So here's Mahtomedi, 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
And this first half, surprisingly, you know, we started at 7:30. It's 8:19 right now. It's gone really, really fast.
And it looks like the Zephyrs will just take a knee as Larson will down it. And that will end the first half here. A surprising 0-0 score between these Metro East rivals.
Yeah, this game could very well end up 7-0 the way these are going, or even overtime with 0-0, because both these teams are getting nothing going on the offensive sides of the ball. Yeah, they bust out a couple good runs, as we've been talking about, Alex, but they're not getting anything else going here.
Well, as we approach halftime, tied at 0, we have teased the interview with Mahtomedi head coach Dave Mutzel. The interview that I conducted on Monday aired on Sports Path on Wednesday, and we will have that for you right now. Hi, everybody. Welcome inside the weight room here at Mahtomedi High School for the first episode of Coach's Corner here on Sports Path. I'm pleased to be joined by Mahtomedi High School head football coach Dave Mutzel. Dave, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
So we know that you're the head football coach for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, and we also know that you're a math teacher here at the high school as well. Not something that a lot of people would associate those two positions together. So could you talk a little bit about how you came to become head football coach here at Mahtomedi?
You know what, I came here about 22 years ago and was an assistant coach for the first 15 years or so, and had the opportunity when Wally Malmstrom retired. It's been a fun ride. It's been a great opportunity and a privilege that, you know, I'm lucky to be here.
Well, last season you made it to the state tournament in your first year as a 5A school. Can you talk a little bit about that experience, having Jalen Fry in your backfield, as far as getting your team to state and the experiences that you had there?
You know what, it was a fun team. It was a team that came and worked hard every day, but more importantly, a team that worked together and had fun playing. It was a fun group to be around.
So this season, you finished the regular season up at 7-1, and you defeated the Minneapolis Washburn Millers last weekend here at home. Can you tell us what you liked about that game against the Millers?
You know what, we came in and just, we did a real good job of playing out our game plan. You know, they have a couple very good athletes on that team, and defensively did a nice job of corralling them and keeping them at bay, and offensively did a nice job of kind of controlling things, especially in the first half, and you know, to get up on them.
Let's talk a little bit more about some more specific players on this team. You have a lot of senior leadership, and we heard you talking significantly about Anthony Pramel as well. Can you talk a little bit about the players that have really impressed you this season and what they've done for your team?
You know what, I've been impressed just as a group as a whole coming together. Coming into this season, we had 2 starters coming back from last year's on the offensive side and 2 coming back on defense. So we've had a lot of guys that are playing for the first time at the varsity level. And you know what, each game they've improved, and you know, now they have that experience, and they're kind of gelling together as a group, and that's what's been fun to watch.
So let's talk about your matchup with Tartan coming up on Friday. You defeated them 27-20 the last time in the regular season. They're a team that finished under 500, but still played relatively well with you guys. What's the game plan for victory on Friday?
Score more points. You know what? They're a dangerous team. Yeah, their record isn't as good as I'm sure they hoped. It's a new coach there this year, and I think he's done a great job as far as I think they've continued to improve throughout the season. And right now they're a dangerous matchup. They have a couple very good athletes on the team that they can score from anywhere on the field. And they're just physical, big and physical team, and you know, well coached. So it's going to be a battle.
Well, the Zephyrs will play host to the Tartan Titans this Friday, 7 p.m. on SEC Sports. John Miller and I will have the call. Again, we want to thank head coach of the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, Dave Mutzel, for joining us here tonight on the first edition of Coach's Corner. Dave, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And with that, this is your home for Mahtomedi football here on SEC Sports. That was our interview with Mahtomedi head football coach Dave Metzel, as his Zephyrs are tied with the Tartan Titans here at 0 as we start the second half of play. Alongside John Miller, I'm Alex Weston, and John, this matchup been surprising so far.
Yeah, definitely the elements had a huge factor in that. It was snowing heavily during that first quarter, kind of died down in the second, but both these teams trying to establish the run. Really, Tartan the only one gaining some huge yards. Mahtomedi just hasn't been able to get Brandon Anderson, their star running back, the ball the way they would like to get him going, get those feet going, get him nice and warm in order to get some a sustained possession. But they just haven't been able to do that. And Tartan, they've had the ball on the opposite side of the 50 multiple times, great field position, and they haven't been able to come up with any points. So it's going to be whose defense is going to come up to play here.
Of course, in these state tournament, teams play each other first round based on their section. The winner of section 4-5A plays the winner of 1-5A, meaning that the winner of this game would end up playing the winner of the Rochester Century Owatonna game, which at this present moment, Owatonna leads that one 37-0.
Yeah, that's an absolute blowout. I don't really know too much about those teams because they're way far away from here.
As we saw on Twitter over the course of the afternoon, many teams in their section finals playing with the elements in the snow as the kick goes here, and it can be started as the clock winds. Mahtomedi taking it up to the 30 before the Titans and the Zephyrs fight for positioning. Whistles blow, and at the 31-yard line, that's where Mahtomedi will start here, 1st and 10.
It's actually their best start in field position for the night, Alex. Not great field position to start that first half, but I feel like number 29 there, that's Joey Rohrer. If he would have followed his blockers, he had a great little lane there on the near side. Instead, he cut that one back up the middle. Either way, I don't think he's going to score. So,
as you can see, the hair there on junior lineman Elijah Heatherston.
Yeah, we're talking about that pregame. It's hard not to notice, the long Beckham kind of hair.
Well, the Zephyrs start here, 1st and 10, opening possession here, the second half of play. It'll be Anderson in the backfield with Larson under center. Larson with one man out on the far side. He gets a snap up the middle. The fullback runs into a man. He keeps going across the 45-yard line, and a great play on 1st down to get yardage for the Zephyrs.
Yeah, that was a great running play, finding the only hole that was really available to him. But really, Tartan didn't do anything wrong on that play. It was great blocking. They had 10 men in the box. They had one cornerback split out wide with the wide receiver. Like I was talking about the first half, you can allow that to happen. If they find a hole in a 10-man box, 9 men up front, that safety playing close, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get either a 2-yard gain or a loss of yards.
So another 1st down upcoming here for Mahtomedi. I formation once again, one out on the far side. Larson, handoff again to Olson, but this time Tartans are able to get there and stop him for no gain.
As I said, 10 men in the box, Alex. That's not going to cut it. You're going to have to throw the ball. Whoever gets the biggest completion tonight, I guarantee is going to win this game.
2nd and 10 upcoming as Lindquist will replace Tyler Tangwell offensively. Perhaps a passing down. We've seen Lindquist a lot on when they choose to pass the ball here tonight.
Yeah, you know, you got to get Larson going, get him a little bit of confidence. Again, it's cold, but get him a feel for the ball. You know, they try to do a little fullback draw there, but if you can get hot throwing, this Mahtomedi team's dangerous.
Larson under center, throwing. It is to Lindquist, who comes back to get it. Tackled at the 50 with some authority there as Owen was able to get on top. As lacrosse star Timmy Lindquist makes the catch, 3rd down.
Yeah, looks like he's just about 2 yards short here. So, you know, I think they could be in 4-down territory. They're on the opposite side of the 50. Great pitch and catch. As you can see, it looked like Lindquist was having trouble getting his footing on that one. Either way, he was going to get tackled, but his cleats were slipping.
3rd and 3 upcoming here for Mahtomedi. Their first play on the Tartan side of the ball tonight, as they will look to score first here in this matchup.
Yeah, they got big man Eric Bjork back there, that running back.
They'll give it to Bjork up the middle, keeps the legs churning. He gets the first down for Mahtomedi, and they'll move the change further.
Yeah, you can smell that running play from a mile away. You put a guy in, Eric Bjork, 6 foot, 190 pounds, also plays linebacker. He was getting that ball, and he was going to get that first down. And I guarantee you they would have went for it on 4th if they were close.
1st and 10 upcoming, as the ball will be placed on the Tartan 42-yard line. Larson under center again. Bjork will remain in that backfield. He has Nelson there as well, as somebody jumped offside. I think it'll be offsides here.
Yeah, I think they're going to call offsides, Alex. I think you're right. Because the defense was still past the line of scrimmage, that caused the offensive lineman can jump if the defensive lineman is past the line of scrimmage.
And the officials will gather some help as well, as we await some signaling.
Oh, I was wrong on that.
And it will be a false start.
I thought I analyzed that pretty well. Looks like I don't know anything that I'm talking about when it comes to false starts.
Well, I would agree with you traditionally on that play call, but of course our opinion is not the one that counts on the field, so that'll back up Mahtomedi 5 yards. 1st and 15 upcoming.
Yeah, that's what we saw in that first half, Alex. They would get a decent drive going, and then they'd be killed with penalties to set them back to 1st and 15, and a running game starting in that big of a hole is not good.
Olsen and Anderson in the backfield here behind Larson. Pitch outside, has a hold, does Anderson, before he's shoved out of bounds into the Mahtomedi players. Gain of about 3 or 4, 2nd down.
Yeah, nice job by number 80 there for Tartan, the cornerback, crashing in. Derek Olsen sealing that side of the field in order to force the running back to cut back up the field and not, really get that corner. And he pushed him back in towards the linebackers. That's about as well as you can draw it up for a defensive play.
Looks like my eyes deceived me. Only a gain of 1 for Mahtomedi on that rush. 2nd and 14 upcoming.
Looked a little farther to me as well. Yeah.
Ball placed on the Tartan 46-yard line. 1 receiver out far to the right side, 1 in near on the left, 2 in the backfield. Larson under center, delayed handoff to Anderson. Quickly met though with power and strength up the middle, as I believe that was Brock Bertelsen getting there for Tartan.
Yeah, Brock Bertelsen, linebacker, defensive back, getting right in there, just sticking it up. As we talked about, Larson's size isn't the best. He's fast, but he isn't going to be able to bowl everybody over. Nice low tackle, wrapping up the legs. This Tartan defense, man, they're for real tonight.
3rd and 12 here for Mahtomedi. Lindquist out far to the right with Pramel here on the near side. Again, 2 in the backfield. Delayed handoff up the middle. It's a hole. Tackled there. He might be short. As the official steps to the 35-yard line, that will be 4th down for Mahtomedi.
4-down territory. I think you go for it. There's no reason to punt the ball. Your team's running the ball well. Put that number 49 back in there. Get Bjork back in there. Run the ball. There he is. I like the call. Here we go. Coach Metzel knows that this is the best field position he's had all day. Go for it.
Well, it looks like Lindquist comes off, so running down upcoming, as you mentioned, Bjork now in the backfield for Mahtomedi.
And Larson's been able to draw them offsides a few times tonight as well. That hard count is working.
4th and 2. Whistle blows. We got a timeout as Metzel raced to the official to get timeouts. First timeout of this half for Mahtomedi.
It's never good to call a timeout at the beginning of the 3rd quarter, Alex. Those really come back. I mean, this isn't pros where it's devastating if you don't have timeouts in a close game. But they definitely could need that.
Well, we want to talk to you a bit about our volunteering opportunities. Yes, it is a little chilly tonight, but our volunteers still having a great time up there. If you're interested in volunteering, running our cameras for us, or doing any other things that we have here out on our broadcast sites, feel free to give Arlen a call at 651-747-3821 or email Arlen at arlen@scctv.org, and we'll see you out here on the fields.
Yeah, those guys are doing a fantastic job tonight. They're trying to keep as warm as possible. Got a great group here who's provided some great shots for us, great game coverage. Whether you're doing, videography for college, anything like that, this is a great way to get your start. Or even broadcasting, we're looking for a few broadcasters for the fall or the winter and the springtime here. It's a good time over here at SCC TV.
We do have a couple of games coming up here as the winter sports season will start pretty quick. And we'll tease those as we get going on as a big 4th down upcoming here for the Zephyrs. 2 in the backfield. Larson trying to draw offside. Larson fakes the handoff to Bjork, looking for the man. He's caught there, keeps the legs churning. We'll see if he's close. It looks like he got it. First down, Mahtomedi.
Yeah, he kicked that up. He kept those legs. Yeah, I think he had the first down when he caught the ball. But dangerous pass. I was really surprised that Melzer was able to hold on to that ball. 6'4" junior, 195 pounds. But this defender played as close as he could to him without swatting the ball away, as it confused our cameraman there. As you can see, number 42 for Tartan was draped on him. But they got the first down.
A very well executed fake first down here from Mahtomedi. Larson handoff to Bjork, met at the line, but he gets a couple of yards after contact. 2nd and 5 upcoming.
Yeah, this Bjork kid, in a game like this, he's exactly the running back that you need. And I think that's why we might see, Martin for Tartan had some good runs as well, but I think we're starting to see Kalkworth just a little more. They're going to try to control the time of possession, and that's what Mahtomedi is doing right here, already running 5 minutes off the clock with the first drive of the 3rd quarter.
2nd and 5 upcoming here at the Tartan 25-yard line. Larson under center. Larson gives it again to Olsen up the middle, gains 3, maybe 4. Will be another 3rd down coming from Mahtomedi.
Yeah, this is what we noticed. Tartan had a little trouble with against North St. Paul in the first round of the sections. Is the short handoffs to the fullbacks or the running back that was closest to the running back in the pistol. They're having trouble with that quick handoff because it doesn't let their defense get as much penetration as they would like to. And you're seeing Mahtomedi take full effect with that, as well as using that bruiser of Bjork.
3rd and 2, Bjork in the backfield, one out far to the right. Larson draws his own man off sides. He jumps, a false start penalty.
That's brutal. 3rd and 2, you get a false start. That's the 2nd penalty of this drive. Not what you like to see if you're Coach Metzel.
Well, we talked about many times tonight the success of the cadence that the quarterback Brody Larson has, but tonight that drove his own man offside.
Oh yeah, I think this is still 4-down territory. No harm, no foul. You're gaining a couple here, even if you get the first down. But I think this is 4-down territory. Coach Metzel already showed by going for that last 4th down near the 40-yard line.
So 3rd and 7 at the Tartan 27, halfway through this 3rd quarter. Still no score. Titans and Zephyrs. The matchup with Owatonna awaits in the state tournament. Larson under center, handoff. On the far side, met at the line. Couple of Titans there to get him. They might have stopped him short. We'll wait for the official spot.
You want to tackle that Bjork kid, Alex? Because I sure don't. Wow, has that kid got some power. Look at this. I feel for you, cornerback trying to step up in the hole. If you're that cornerback, you don't lower your shoulder. You go after the legs and you wrap them up. That's the only way you're going to get that guy down, because if you try to lower your shoulder against a guy that big, he's going to get you down on the ground 10 times out of 10. Not 9, 10.
Well, it is 4th and 1. They have Bjork again in the backfield, but they threw on 4th down last time. Larson moved early, and there's a flag that backs Mahtomedi up.
Oh, that's brutal on 4th and 1. Now it's 4th and 6. I say you still go for it, though. I mean, it's just too far to punt, and it's too close, or it's too far to field goal. Too close to punt. There's no point doing a pooch punt because you're going to net gain maybe 15 yards.
So 4th and 6 upcoming here for Mahtomedi.
Also, if you kick it in the end zone, you net gain 6. So there's nothing to lose here. Tartan hasn't scored. Been crazy good on offense. Rely on that defense. Let's hold Tartan to 0 points tonight. But let's pick up this first down. If you're Coach Metzel, let's see this play call.
Bjork in the backfield again. Larson under center. Larson fakes the handoff, has time and a man open looking for Lindquist, overthrows him, and the ball turned over on downs. The Titans escape a harrowing decision.
See, what I didn't like about that play call is you only had one wide receiver go out wide. This was a dead set run, but with a draped over cornerback, this is gonna have to be a perfect pass. I think if they had a tight end following the way the play action was going and flip it over the top, that's a perfect play, and I think they would have got it because on that side the run was sealed, or the fake run was sealed. That was just one more guy, and they would have had it.
So Tartan will have the ball here, 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line after the turnover on downs by Mahtomedi.
That's huge. Great stop by Tartan.
It's given up the middle to Martin, has a nice gain on 1st down before he's driven back. Looks like 5, almost 6 yards, 2nd down.
Yeah, so very, I like the play call by Coach Metzel. Going for it on 4th down twice in that drive, game 0-0. You had no reason to punt. Great stop by Tartan. Let's see if they can answer back here with a lengthy drive of their own as we're almost 8 minutes into the 3rd quarter, Alex.
Whalen handoff to Martin, up again, up the middle, across the 35-yard line to the 37, and a 1st down for Tartan.
Yeah, just what we talked about. If they get this run game going, do a little 1-2 punch. Martin Kalkorf. Great blocking up front by Larson. A lot of I formation stuff, offset I that we didn't really see.
Whalen with the loaded backfield gives it to Martin, who delays, keeps the legs churning across the 40 to the 41. Very quick offensive pace here for Tartan.
Yeah, they're running trips, running backs in the backfield. 2 fullbacks, 1 running back. They're pulling in the tight end, lining him up in the backfield. I like it.
Handoff up the middle again as they look to give it to Martin. Martin almost losing it. Very dangerous wide with that ball. Over the 1st down marker and a 1st down.
Yeah, they're going quick here. I like the play calling, and Martin is running he's running great tonight. And, he doesn't really want to go down. Trey Martin is the senior. He doesn't want this to be his last game. He wants to go to state and play in the next round and then maybe go to U.S. Bank Stadium. But, he's going to have to go through this, great Mahtomedi defense.
Larson gives it a ball again, as was Martin, who took the hand up maybe 3 yards there on that play. For Tartan, this is their first appearance in a section championship game in over 10 years, John. How do you think that's affected the players tonight?
Oh, I think these kids are amped up. They didn't have the greatest regular season. I think they play like they have nothing to lose. Mahtomedi, they're great at football. They've always been great, or at least the last few years. So Mahtomedi might be playing a little tighter, knowing they can't screw up, and they're expected to go to state. Nobody expected Tartan to get this far.
Whalen thrown across to Owen. Owen has a whole hand to the face as a stiff arm worked for Owen across the 45, back into Mahtomedi territory. No, 2nd down.
It's going to be about 2 yards short of the 1st down. Nice catch there. Adjustment to the ball by Timmy Owen. As we talked about against Highland Park, he had that 108 yards receiving. And I'm going to guess he busted a few of those passes for huge yards after catch and touchdowns.
3rd and 2 upcoming here for Tartan. Inside almost 3 minutes here to go in this 3rd quarter of play.
I think if you're Tartan here, I think it's 4 down territory as well. Mahtomedi isn't killing you on offense.
Whalen gives it to Kalkworth in the backfield, has the 1st down, keeps the legs moving down the 40, ball's down. And we'll wait to see. It is going to stay in the possession of Tartan as the linesman quickly on it to see.
Wow, that's crazy. Great job there by number 16 number 16 jumped on the ball. Not even listed.
Not quite on the roster that we were given at the gate. But an outstanding
Maybe that was
effort
46.
nonetheless.
That was Zach Meyer, the linebacker / tight end. Great job, great heads-up play.
Hand off again to Martin, but he's met in the backfield, driven backward by several Zephyrs as they got a great break on that line to force him back.
Fantastic job by Ben Putney, being in the backfield right when he needed to be, hitting pretty much Martin right when he got the ball for a loss of about 2 yards. That's big because Tartan has been able to get the ball going through the air as well. So now you're sitting at 2nd and about 11, and this is going to be tough to pick up, but I think it's 4 down territory for both these teams once they get past the opponent's 50.
So 2nd and 11 here for Tartan. Moving again, started this drive at their own 26-yard line. As Whalen fakes the ball, has to throw it quickly. Does Whalen, throws it, and it's caught there by the receiver, but he's brought backward by a Zephyr. Looks like they'll give him forward progress across the 40 to the 39. Third down.
Yeah, gain of about 2 here. This was a pass I didn't feel like he needed to make. He's very lucky that that linebacker didn't read it a second sooner, or else he could be running that one towards the other way.
So Myers with the catch for Tartan sets up 3rd and 8 from the Mahtomedi 38. Again, as we've talked about, 4-down territory. Neither team has scored thus far inside 90 seconds left in this 3rd quarter of play.
This could very well be first team to score wins the game.
Whalen under center. He'll have an I formation. Martin is the tailback. Whalen facing pressure, a little dangerous. He lost the ball, but the Titans fall on it quickly, I believe. Clock continues to run. It'll be 4th down.
I'm just trying to figure out what Whalen sees, his vision of the field. I don't know if he can't see over his lineman, but he had, once again, a guy in the middle of the field ready to go. I get he had backside pressure, but you know, that play is drawn up. He has to get that ball out quickly or he has to roll out. That's either, you know, 1, 2, 3, he's got to get that ball out of his hands as fast as he can because that's designed for that guy to be open.
So it'll be Whalen on to punt here as a promising drive stalled out once again for the Titans. Whalen a high snap. He'll punt it. It's hanging. Can be fielded there, bobbled briefly, but the Titans there quickly to pull him down inside of the 20. And another great punt there for Solomon Whalen to pin the Zephyrs deep.
They can't ask for better punting tonight in this kind of weather in the cold. Another about 30-yard punt here. It's going to put them, pinning them back in between the 20. But great coverage by that punt return team swarming towards the ball carrier.
So with 30 seconds or so left here in this 3rd quarter, Mahtomedi will have the chance to run the length of the field. As they'll set up 1st and 10 on their own 18-yard line. Larson under center with 2 in the backfield, Olsen and Anderson behind him. They'll give the ball into the late handoff to Anderson. Anderson with the hole. Owen is able there to pull him down, and a touchdown-saving play there by Tim Owen.
Wow, great tackle by Tim Owen. He was pretty close to a horse collar in that one too. But he had, Anderson would still be running right now if Owen doesn't make this tackle. Oh, great job by, you know, just grabbing by the fingertips. But, you know, they got those gloves now. They're so sticky. You see like Odell Beckham catching those crazy passes? That's 90% because of the glove.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Here's Mahtomedi, a pitch again to Anderson. Anderson broken up in the backfield, but he's able to get a couple yards after that. They'll give him 1, maybe 2, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Adam Olsen, the backup running back, the lead blocker here, was pretty close to pushing a guy while he was out of bounds. Luckily, he held up just a little bit there. That ref, you know, gave him a little look. Fortunately, couldn't see the ref's face. But, you know, good things starting out. Now you're at 2nd and 8. I still firmly believe this is 4-down territory for both teams all game. We're about to get into 4th quarter here in about 8 seconds.
2nd and 8 upcoming for Mahtomedi. Larson I formation again. Olsen and Anderson behind him. Larson gives it to Olsen up the middle. Olsen ball's down this time again, and this time I think Tartan got it.
I think Tartan's got it. That's huge if they do. Nope.
No, quite. As Mahtomedi was able to fall on it, evading a very dangerous, costly turnover as we look at it again.
The refs are going to confer here.
Can't quite see from our cameras.
It was right in between his legs, and the Tartan team was not able to grab it. And you saw number 32 there, Olsen, just squeezing it in there. Like, you know, that's some crazy leg strength. That weight room you interviewed Coach Metzel on.
Right between his legs. He just didn't have quite the right handling on the ball. But, yeah, you see there right between his legs. Great work by our cameraman. Even though it's out loose there at the end, possible that one of the Titans may have gotten there. But in the meantime, we'll talk about our social media.
Yeah, remember, folks, you can always follow us on social media at Facebook.com, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube at SEC TV, or Twitter is SEC TV Sports. You can also follow Alex at Alex SEC TV and at John SEC TV. You know, we're always looking for good stuff. We put our Sports Path episodes, this game, and much of our content on YouTube. So make sure to go check that out. You know, if you didn't watch our Sports Path during the World Series, which we know you're watching Sports Path, you can always check it out on our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff. Remember to tweet at us. We are always looking stuff for our social media montage on Sports Path, which is one of our favorite segments where we put a bunch of stuff from wrestling, archery, all the way up to football.
Of course, the full Dave Metzel interview is on Facebook as well, should you choose to go and join that. As a snap fumbled, ball's down again. This time maybe Tartan has it.
Tartan's got it.
Wait for the official. Celebration by the Titans, and they have the football.
Wow, was that 3 straight handoffs with a fumble? That was 3 straight plays with a fumble. One finally goes. You can't put the ball on the ground 3 straight times here, Mahtomedi. Very unfortunate. Let's see what happened. As you'll see, Larson just bobbles the snap, and he tries to hand it off too late, and it looks like Olsen was not expecting that handoff that late. Once I think he got past Larson, he wasn't expecting it, and Larson handed it to him and went off his hip.
Titans with great field position. Up the middle, Martin with a hole. He runs across for a first down over outside the 30. And that's exactly the play you want on first down.
Yeah, momentum's there. Momentum's there. Martin came like a bat out of heck right here, and he's going to hit this hole real hard. As you can see, that hole wasn't open for very long, and it just opened up, and there's just enough room for his little frame, his little speed to get right through there. But there's going to be a holding here, unfortunately.
It looks like a false start as the official call. 1st and 15 negates a nice play. Of course, as we were talking about our Twitter and our social media, during those game days, when we go out to do a game, normally we'll tweet out things that day, so that way if you do follow us, you do see information about the matchup and you know what's coming in. As the hand up again to Martin, this time the hole closes quickly. This time the ball's out. Mahtomedi has it. Up the sideline, they'll keep running. He might have a hole, but he's blocked out and he's taken down at the 20. The turnover, Tartan goes the other way for Mahtomedi. This time the Zephyrs are on the doorstep.
Wow, Mahtomedi gets something to go their way, and now they got great field position down by the 20-yard line. Just what Mahtomedi needed, and now they're within almost the red zone. Let's see if they can score down here, but this offense has been very snagged in all night.
That was Joey Rohrer on the scoop of the fumble there by the Tartan running back to give the Zephyrs possession in the red zone for the first time tonight as we take another look.
You'll see Trey Martin, he's had some problems with fumbling in the past, and it looks like it bobbled out before he even hit the line. I don't know what, he's just, if you're Coach Dideker, I don't know how you can give him the ball again. This guy's got hands of bricks in the section tournament play, and we're gonna get a penalty here.
As we await the official call, people in the press box here say 12 men in the huddle.
They're picking up the
They
penalty.
will pick up the penalty flag. Again, a very full press box here tonight in Mahtomedi.
Tartan. Yeah, Tartan coaches aren't too happy right across the glass from us.
1st and 10 here for Mahtomedi on the 20-yard line of the Tartan Titans. First time in the red zone tonight for Mahtomedi. Larson gets the handoff to Anderson up the middle, but the Zephyrs quickly cannot gain any ground as a couple of Titans were able to get in there and stop them.
Man, this Titans defense has just been fantastic tonight, and they've just been a little better than Mahtomedi on defense, but you know, now they're with their toughest task of the night. It's the best field position Mahtomedi has had, and they're at the Tartan 20 with a chance to score.
Larson again, I formation. Olsen and Anderson as so many times tonight behind him. One man out to the left. That's Tyler Tangwell. Larson under center. Gives it to the outside. Nice block. Has an edge to the 10. 5. Touchdown, Zephyrs!
Yeah, great job by Mahtomedi to open up that lane. Tartan didn't fill it in right when it needed to. The linebacker contained. Nobody else filled up and stepped into that hole. Larson hit it as fast as he could, and he wasn't going to be caught after that. 6-0 Mahtomedi. Great job running by Larson.
Brandon Anderson gets the touchdown here for Mahtomedi, which gives them the lead 6-0. 10:44 here to go, and a gift off of a turnover for Mahtomedi.
Yeah, great spring block there by Adam Olsen. Open up that hole, pushing in that linebacker that was coming crashing down. Easy touchdown for Anderson after that.
Timmy Lindquist on for the extra point. Snap, spot, right-footed kick is up, and it is good. And with that, 7-0, Mahtomedi takes the lead for the first time in this game.
Yeah, first points of the game, as we and you were talking about in the breaks. Whoever scores first could win this game, and it very well could be Mahtomedi now that they're up 7-0, and they got the momentum on their side as well as the home field advantage of the crowd.
So it'll be a 7-0 lead here for Mahtomedi. We talked a couple of minutes ago about how the first team to score might win this matchup, but the Titans were moving the ball pretty successfully on their last couple of drives.
Yeah, they were moving it very well. You know, this isn't over by any means. I think Tartan is probably going to come down here and score. They've been moving the ball well all night, but it seems once they get near the 20 or the 30-yard line, their offense just becomes stagnant. I don't know if that's play calling. Obviously, right there, it was a fumble. I don't know what you do with Trey Martin. He's your best player, but the guy just can't hold on to the ball. I've been very surprised we haven't seen more Kalkworth here. Maybe they're seeing something that Mahtomedi has trouble against the faster running backs, which has obviously been prevalent tonight. But Kalkworth, I think we're going to see here in this fourth quarter.
Well, they just thanked the Shovelers tonight for their great efforts to maintain this field here, George Smith Field, on the top of the hill at Mahtomedi High School. It'll be Owen and Martin back to receive this kick for Tartan. It'll go to Martin, and we'll see what he can do with it.
That's how you want to kick it to.
To the 30, able to get there, but a great tackle there by Mahtomedi's Michael Hershey to stop him at the 30-yard line.
Ooh, this fantastic tackle. I don't know how far Martin was going to get after that, but you know, he comes crashing down here, gets him on the hip and just hooks him down. Martin, not the biggest frame, definitely helped the tackler on that one. Nonetheless, Mahtomedi's got the momentum. They haven't allowed any points tonight. Their defense has been playing fantastic. Let's see if they can hold on here, and let's see what this Tartan offense could do.
1st and 10 here for Tartan at their own 26-yard line. Whalen under center, gives the handoff to Martin. Martin tries to bounce the edge, keeps his legs moving. He holds onto that ball, gains 5 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, 10:30 left to go here in the fourth quarter. No need to rush. No need to rush at all. And if you're Tartan and if you're Mahtomedi, take a deep breath. Go out and win this, you know, go out and get some stops here and get your offense the ball back.
2nd and 6 officially at the 30-yard line. Titans send one out, left and right, 2 in the backfield. Whalen under center, gives the handoff again. Martin up the center, has a hole, keeps going down at the 44-yard line, and a great run as Martin able to get some speed.
Yeah, you got to imagine that Martin's running with a little chip on his shoulder now that he knows he could be the reason why his team loses his last game his senior year if they go on to lose, because that huge fumble. But, you know, he's had some open holes tonight. Great blocking up front to create those holes. Let's see if Tartan can go down here and make this a ball game, because it's the section championship, baby. This could be your last game ever.
Again, as we've said before, Tartan has never won a game here at Mahtomedi. Now with bigger stakes on the line, we'll see what happens. Hand up the middle. Number of Zephyrs get there as a battle on the far side continues. Gain of about 2, maybe 3 on 1st down.
Like I said, no need to rush. That last possession, they did have a lot of success. They weren't really running a hurry-up offense. They're going quick huddle, snap, quick huddle, snap. They're not much time running off the clock on that last drive, and they are getting the defense to get a little winded, and it was creating holes. Unfortunately, that Trey Martin fumble was just huge. They're devastating.
2nd and 7 here for Titans. As a throw to the outside for Bruin, bounces. Ball was forward though, an incomplete pass is called.
Yeah, it looked like Bruin was going to have some space to run. It was definitely a tip pass there by the Mahtomedi defensive line. That's a good job.
So as we take another look at the play, it'll be 3rd and 8 upcoming, and when you're down at this point in the game, definitely 4-down territory, but that's been the case for most of the game here, John.
Yeah, Dean Trowbridge just putting those big paws up, blocking that pass down. And that's what you hear. If you're not going to get the sack, just throw your arms up, get it batted, pass down.
3rd and 8 here for Tartan. Whalen under center again. The lineman behind moves quickly, and that's going to be a killer.
They're just getting antsy. This crowd from Mahtomedi was getting loud.
Was the fullback, number 37, who jumped just a little too early, and that backs up the Titans to be a 3rd and 13 situation.
Yeah, these coaches from Tartan next to us are getting a little defeated over here. Plenty of ball game left, guys. And this Mahtomedi defense, wow, have they been so impressive tonight. You know, I wouldn't say they've been as good as Tartan's defense, but they've been pretty dang good.
3rd and 13 here. Tartan with the ball at their own 41-yard line. Whalen drops back to pass as the pressure comes. He'll step up to avoid it. He'll keep the ball himself, and a vicious hit knocks him down. Whalen looks to the official for a penalty. He won't get one, and that'll be 4th down for Mahtomedi.
Yeah, I mean, I think you almost could call it taunting there on Dean Trowbridge, but what a hit. Look at this. Whalen does a good job stepping up and finding this hole. Trowbridge just comes in, leads with his shoulder, hits him on the shoulder pad. Beautiful hit. Somebody call hard knocks because Dean Trowbridge wants to be on it.
It will be Whalen back deep. I believe he'll punt the ball here on 4th and 8 at their own 46. And he'll trust the Tartan defense to step up. Whalen, a high snap. He'll boot it. Spinning, arcing out of bounds. We'll see where they'll mark it. It won't be much further up, I believe, as he'll put it at the 35. He's still going.
Yeah, they did have a troubled snap in North St. Paul that actually was snapped out of the back of the end zone, giving North St. Paul 2 points. But as you can see right there, I think that flustered Whalen just a little bit, and he kicked it for a gain of about 15 yards. Not a great punt there, maybe 18.
Ball will be placed at the 38-yard line here as the Zephyrs will look to extend their lead and ice this game away with just over 8.5 minutes left to go.
Well, Tartan's defense has been good all night. Let's see if they can get the stop. They need the stop right here, but they do still have 3 timeouts.
Larson dropping back, looking for a fade route on the far side, just a little bit overthrown there as he was looking for Tangwell, who had some separation, but it's second down.
I like the pass call on first down. You know, 7-0 is by no means a safe lead right now. But you'll see right here, the cornerback chips the wide receiver just enough to slow him down. Not a penalty though, and it creates the overthrow. Otherwise, that was a perfect pass.
2nd and 10 upcoming as the Zephyrs will approach the line. Larson has 2 in the backfield. Olsen and Anderson, a very Swedish line behind him. As Larson gets a handoff to Anderson as he'll throw it out to the far side. Anderson finds a hole, has a first down as he's across to the 50-yard line.
Somebody might want to get the refs some glasses here. Sorry, Alex, because number 56 for Tartan was being held by his jersey. You'll see it right here on this play. Number 56 is getting his jersey held the whole play. And then he comes up and makes the tackle, but he probably could have been there much sooner if he wasn't getting held. With all the penalties we've seen tonight, I don't know how that one isn't called.
1st and 10 at the Mahtomedi 49-yard line. Larson again under center with 2 out on the far side. Gets a handoff up the middle to Olsen. Olsen stops 1 tackler, keeps moving. He's across the 45 on the Tartan sideline before the whistles blow, and he'll fall down. But they'll place the ball at the Tartan 44.
Mahtomedi's getting some good momentum here on the running calls. Let's see if they can keep this up. I like the first down play call earlier with the pass. I wouldn't be surprised to see them throw 1 more bomb. You know, make it 14-0. They're going to need it because Tartan's been moving the ball very well.
2nd and 3 upcoming here for Mahtomedi. 7.5 and counting to go here. Larson under center with the I formation behind. 2 out to the left once again. Larson takes the snap, hands it to Anderson. Anderson, who churns up the middle to get across to the first down marker. He'll be stopped at the 40. And another first down for Mahtomedi. Yeah, they're just, taking what their offensive line gives them there in the backfield. And that gets you a first down. Chains are going to move. 7:12 left to go here in the 4th quarter. You see he just runs right into his blockers, and he just follows them. Come on, big boys, take me down the field. And they get that first down, just what they needed. 1st and 10 here for Mahtomedi upcoming. As will be on the Tartan 40. So approach the line again, working that I formation with 2 off to the left. Larson goes under center, gets a snap, hands it to Anderson again. Same play up the middle. A nice gain on first down to the 34-yard line, setting up a 2nd down. Mahtomedi is just having their way with this defensive line. Like I said, stack the box. What do you have to lose? Make Larson beat you in the air, because the holes right here are just huge for Anderson to run into.
Gain of 6 on the play.
2nd and 3 upcoming. This ball spotted at the Tartan 33-yard line. Again, working that same formation. I behind and 2 off to the left. Larson under center. He gets a snap, pitch to Anderson. Anderson out to the outside. He's got a hole and daylight. Brody Anderson to the end zone. Touchdown, Zephyrs. It's a 2-score game.
Wow, great hole there to open up the lane for Anderson. He just uses that great speed of his. As we talked about in the pregame, those off-tackle plays are his bread and butter, and he's got both of his touchdowns on those plays where the hole is finally opened up. That would have been a touchdown even if he was backed up way back there. Easy run for Anderson.
Brandon Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the night gives the Zephyrs a 13-0 lead with 6 minutes left to go in this matchup.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Mahtomedi in the state tournament here, Alex. This is Mahtomedi is just playing a lot better than Tartan has in this 4th quarter here.
Lindquist, sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
As Lindquist quicks the extra point, it's 14-0.
Tartan needs to get something going. They're going to have to throw the ball. They have 3 timeouts. If they can get a quick score, they're fine. Quick stop. Your defense has been shown that they're capable of getting a stop.
So we'll see what the Titans go to here trailing 14-0.
You can kind of feel the sigh of relief here in this Mahtomedi crowd and in this booth that we're in. That, you know, they were playing, you know, they were a little puckered up, but, you know, 2 touchdowns, state tournament within grasp. Their defense just got to keep playing the same way they've been playing.
So the Zephyrs will kick off here, and that will be, as we can actually identify him for the first time tonight, Zach Chigelski, as there once again is the linebacker Elijah Heatherston. It'll be Chigelski here to kick off. Martin and Owen back to return for Tartan.
Chigelski listed as a running back. He's a big boy.
And the line drive kick bounces at the feet of Martin, who picks it up to the 20, to the 25, gets some blocking. He's got a hole, cuts it back to the 40 where he's down there, and a touchdown saving tackle perhaps by Michael Hershey, making some great plays on the ball.
All right, you got field position at the 40. He just follows his blockers. He gets the hole and he hits it. He does it. Wow, what a great block right there to open up that hole for Martin to get past the 40-yard line, putting him at the 42. You know, if they could score within a minute and a half, they could be you know, in good shape.
Titans do have all 3 timeouts available to them. The Zephyrs only have 2. As Mahtomedi will play defensively here, starting on the Tartan 42-yard line. Under the pistol set here is Whalen. Whalen gives it to Martin up the middle. Whalen watches as Martin streaks up the middle there for a gain to the 48, 49-yard line.
That's fine, but you got to hurry up. If you're Whalen, I think they should have already had a set play called, already ready to go. If you're going to run that hurry-up offense, there's only 5 minutes and 40 seconds left. You got to get going. You don't have time to run over to the sideline in order to get every single play.
Well, Martin will come out here. Kalkwarf will go in for Tartan. It'll be 2nd and 4 at their own 48 for the Titans. As the clock continues to wind. Whalen pistol set.
Too much time off the clock between those plays, Alex.
Whalen steps up in the pocket, goes down, as that's the man who's made the big plays tonight. It is Michael Hershey to get the sack.
Yeah, great sack there by Hershey, but I don't know what Tartan's doing. That was way too much time off the clock. There was a good 40 or 35 seconds. They pretty much ran that whole clock down before they ran some plays. And it looked like Whalen never even got a good grasp of the ball before he even looked down to throw down the field. Now we're sitting at 3rd and 9, 4-down territory, 4:50 left.
So 3rd and 9, Whalen quickly gets a snap. Blocked over, throw down the center of the field, too far, as it was almost Andrew Johnson, or I'm sorry, Josh Campbell, who had that ball for Mahtomedi. 4th and 9 upcoming.
Wow, Whalen got absolutely crushed on this by number 41, or the running back did. Got crushed trying to block number 41 there, which is Ben Putney. He's been all over the field as well tonight.
Yeah, Putney with a great play to get there and get some pressure on Whalen. 4th and 9 here, as Tartan will set up once again in the pistol, sends 3 out to the left. They've done that a couple of times tonight. Whalen gets a snap. Again, Putney quickly on him as Whalen evades. Whalen throwing it over the middle, looking, ball's tipped, incomplete, and Mahtomedi will take over on downs, but a flag does fly late. It might be a roughing the passer.
I think it is. Looks like Whalen lost his mouth guard on that, and that's huge. That could be a 15-yard penalty, and it will be.
We'll wait for the official call to signal. It is personal foul on the defense. They don't like it, but we'll take a look here, see if we can get that hit late.
Yeah, let's see if this was actually roughing the passer. You see Whalen escape the pocket right here. Yep, that was definitely roughing the passer. Head-to-head contact on that, and that was leading with the head as well. He's lucky he's still in the game.
But again, an interesting matchup in the backfield is once again Ben Putney simply bowled over that running back, giving protection. As Titans now get the ball, 1st and 10 on the Mahtomedi 42-yard line.
It breathes new life into this Tartan offense in a time when they needed it the most.
Whalen going over to talk with his coach, as they think that potentially, because of the nature of the hit, perhaps some concussion protocol here. Maybe, we don't want to speculate, of course, as Whalen will go back in.
He lost his mouth guard on that. That was a huge hit. And like I said, that Mahtomedi player is lucky he's still in this game. That was definitely a bad penalty.
So 1st and 10 at the Mahtomedi 42. Whalen out of the pistol, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Gets a snap, Pressure comes again. Putney as Whalen steps up, hit hard as he goes driven backwards. May have given a gain of 1 on forward progress, 2nd and 9.
Something's got to give here. They need to design some play calls to open up the passing game. Maybe do a screen pass or something like that in order to get this Tartan offense going. But this Mahtomedi defense is just applying so much pressure right now to Tartan that Whalen has no time to even look for an open man downfield or even let routes develop.
And they are taking a lot of time again on that sideline.
He's out.
Looking at Whalen as a clock will blow.
Looks like they're fixing his helmet a little bit.
Players will go up to the line. Clock continues to wind. Whalen out of the pistol again. Has 1 man back. As they change that blocking matchup as Putney has had some success. Whalen with time, looking on the left side, looking for run, but it's too far and dangerously, harmlessly almost out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't know why Brunton really held up on that. He ran his route and he started jogging, and then he noticed, you know, it was going a little farther than it was.
3rd and 9 for the Titans.
See a smart pass to throw it there on that sideline, but just unfortunately nobody there to get it. And so 3rd down and 9 upcoming here for Tartan, down 14 with 3:45 left to go. Whalen out of the pistol, gets the snap. Throwing again on that left side, looking for Brun, who jumps up to make that catch. He'll get there, and it goes across the 40 to the 36, 35-yard line.
You'll see this pass right here. It's a short one over the crossing route over the middle. And there comes Brun, makes the catch.
4th and 4 for the Titans. This may decide the ball game.
I think it is, Alex. This is, although Tartan still does have 3 timeouts, I'm going to say Whalen's going to try to run this one himself eventually because the pressure is going to be there.
Whalen out of the pistol, throwing right side. He's got a man open as that's a tight end Myers. Myers continues down to the 25-yard line, and a great little catch and run as Zach Meyer able to get the 1st down and keep the drive going.
They got to hurry. They got to hurry. Great pass, great way to get it over the middle here, but this is too much time to get up the line already right here. They got to get up a little faster than that. Although the clock did stop, you want to be up there by the time the clock is almost about to be played.
Whalen quickly getting the snap, throwing to the right side, in and out of the hands. Would have been a big catch, but Jacob Lesnick couldn't hold on and right through it hands.
Yeah, that's where the weather comes into play. That ball feels like a brick. The laces hurt. They feel sharp. And that showed you right there. It's a great pass. Great back shoulder, Aaron Rodgers-esque fade for a high school quarterback.
2nd and 10 upcoming here for the Titans on the Mahtomedi 24-yard line. Whalen in the pistol, sends 2 back out to the left. It's Owen and Brun, and onto that far side as well. Throwing again, looking for the screen. It's caught there by Owen, but he has to fall down at the 25, 2nd down.
I think that ball is better left getting dropped than it was being caught. He had net gained nothing. He fall to the ground. Clock is now running. Something's got to give. You got target. It's 3rd and 11. Either way, you're going to need a deeper pass, and with the shorter field, it's much tougher to get.
3rd and 11 here. Whalen again. Pistol set, stepping up, throwing, intercepted! It's Timmy Lindquist to seal the victory almost for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, and they'll take over.
I like that call right there, Alex. He did the little Peyton Manning commercial. You're almost there. Almost. Yeah, we're almost there. Great pick by the lacrosse star Timmy Lindquist in order to grab this leaping ability. Wow, that was an impressive catch there. Great job by Lindquist to put his team in the lead, or, you know, get the ball right back. We got a hurt Tartan player down on the field, and it looks like it's number 1575.
I believe that's number 5, Tim Owen, who's down. We'll send it to break. We'll be back for the conclusion of this game. Titans and Zephyrs here on your home, SEC Sports.
This is the city where danger lurks. Today, a new creature walks among us, terrorizing innocent citizens. They prowl the streets alone and in packs, causing mayhem, destruction, and carnage. Warning, until this threat can be contained, we must all be on the lookout for the dreaded digital deadwalkers. They're not looking out for you.
Dude! Engage.
A public service safety message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons, who want to keep everyone well connected
Sorry.
with strong, healthy bones.
Back here, George Smith Field, 14-0, Zephyrs leading over Tartan, 2:23 to go. Titans just turned the ball over on an interception.
Yeah, we'll check out this interception right here. Great job by Lindquist, showing that leaping ability. And it looks like Owen's leg got caught up on a little ankle roll right there, and that's why he had to be taken off the field.
Anderson got the pitch to the outside. Clock continues to wind. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Well, they got 3 timeouts. I don't know why they're not calling one of them. Yeah, that was way too much time taken off the clock before he even thought about calling a timeout. That's just it's a bad coaching move. That's just something that you got to be ready to call that timeout by the ref right away. And folks, remember, you can check out Sports Path every other Wednesday at 7 o'clock. That is live with Sam Erickson as well as myself, where we get you guys caught up on all the highlights as social media highlights, as well as my athletes of the week. Next Sports Path will be November 15th. You know, our last one is the 1st, so if you want to check that out, that's on YouTube. Remember to check out Sports Path every other Wednesday live at 7 p.m.
Again, there's our volunteer thing, as it was very briefly up. If you'd like to volunteer for us once again, just give Arlen an email at arlen@scctv.org. And again, call 651-747-3821. You know, that interception, brutal almost for Titans, or for Tartan, but it's been some questionable game management decisions as well, especially on the timeouts.
Yeah, that timeout was just, you got to be ready. Coach Dideker needs to be by that ref right away to call that timeout. Your team still has a chance. Although it's probably less than 1%, your team still has a chance to come back in this game. And now I think, those seconds matter.
2nd and 7, Mahtomedi, hand up the middle for Anderson. Anderson keeps moving. Sets up there. It'll be 3rd down. This time they call the timeout immediately, or the clock continues to run. There goes the timeout. 1 left now remaining for Tartan.
Yep, it's a good timeout, but it's not going to matter if you don't get the stop. Stack the box, plug every hole, get him in there, and get the tackle. Otherwise, Mahtomedi is just going to chew you up. By no means has Mahtomedi's offense been impressive tonight, and I think if they do go on and play Owatonna, a team that scored 44 points tonight, they're going to have a lot of trouble unless their defense, which is as good as advertised tonight, can shut this Owatonna team out. But if they can't get anything going, it's going to be tough sledding in the opening round of the state tournament.
So we sit here, 2 minutes to go. Again, that game would be outside, so as our producer just mentioned, it would be tough sledding literally, as there may be a hill involved, but who knows, we'll see. Of course, as we mentioned multiple times, the winner of this one probably will advance to play Owatonna in the 1st round of the state tournament. That game at a neutral site before they advance to the U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis.
Can we talk about all these fancy jackets that this Mahtomedi team is? I've never seen a team have jackets like this. This is like some pro kind of stuff.
Now they've brought out all the stops here for the cold weather. Hand up again, up the middle. Olsen has a 1st down. That should do it. And that will be the ball game.
That should just about seal it. You got, Olsen pounding away there. They got these big backs. They may have lost T.J. Tumbleson from last year, who could just tumble all over the field and pick up 1st downs everywhere he went. But, Mahtomedi is known for their bruising backs, and that's always nice to have, especially in the 4th quarter, and you got the lead in order to chunk up the yards. And, this one's just about over, Alex. And it looks like Mahtomedi is going to roll on to the state tournament, moving on to 10-1 on the year.
Mahtomedi will still have to run a couple of plays based on the time. Larson under center. Larson, handoff again to Olsen. Olsen up the middle, continues to run, and it gets across to the 50-yard line where he's tackled there.
Yeah, if it wasn't sealed then, it's sealed now, most definitely. Even though the clock stops, it's still going to start running here on the blow of the whistle, which is about to happen right now.
1st and 10 for Mahtomedi at their own 48-yard line. Minute 18 left to go, and counting, of course, as the clock continues to run.
Hey, let's talk about, this Mahtomedi team. We're giving them all the praise right now. They've done fantastic. But what about this Tartan team showing the resiliency, especially in these section games after winning 3 games all year, coming into the section playoffs and coming into Mahtomedi's home turf on a night like tonight in the section championship, giving their all, making this one close.
Victory formation for Mahtomedi as Larson takes a knee. Clock continues to wind. They will have to take one more play before their ticket to state has been punched.
Yeah, should just about end it here. I think they'll have to take a knee with about 20 seconds left here. Or they'll probably just do it right away so they can walk off the field here with 30 seconds left. Doesn't even matter.
Lining up again, 2nd and 10. Victory formation as the Zephyrs in the center of the field preparing to take it over. Larson hands the ball off. And a more subdued celebration here for the Zephyrs. Business as usual as Mahtomedi will return to the state tournament victorious here in the Section 4-5A section final.
Yeah, that's a great win by Mahtomedi. They had a lot of miscues throughout the game, a couple fumbles, but this team kept going and they battled through. They're very resilient. This Tartan team gave them all they had. Mahtomedi was the better team coming into this, and in the end, the better team wins 14-0. Anderson with 2 touchdowns, one of like about 30 yards, another one of 20. 2 touchdowns for him, so he's definitely the player of the game tonight for Mahtomedi because he was that whole offense.
So the Zephyrs advance, defeating the Tartan Titans by a final of 14-0. For Anthony Miller, Arlen Becker, and John Miller, my name is Alex Westad. Thank you for joining us tonight on this broadcast of the Section 4-5A championship game. And this is your home for Mahtomedi football and Tartan football here on SEC Sports.